Guys, one of the problems that we have as a continent here in Africa is bad leadership. Like, we have leadership issues. It has always been there. When you get a good leader, you should just thank God. Like, I remember back then when Kenya was planning the elections, everybody was, telling people who they were going to vote for. I was in Kenya at the time before I even traveled out of Kenya. I traveled to my country that period. But, everybody was just singing praises of different people. You have Odimba, you have Ruto. They were just like the major candidate that people were coming out to vote for at the time. So finally, Ruto won. I think he had like massive people who really wanted to support him, who felt that he was the best leader for them, at the time. And just few days ago, a lot of things changed in Kenya. When Kenya Gen Zs, like they said, went on protest, they all came out in mass to protest against the finance bill that was passed. Okay, and the first reading had happened. The second one, so it was just for President Ruto to sign that into law. So they all came out and said, enough is enough. We're not accepting the bill. We do not want an amendment. We just reject it. And you can see that, you've seen the uproar on the media space for the past 1 week. A lot of things has happened. They stormed the parliament and chased all the legislators. I even saw a video of them eating in the parliament. In as much as everybody wants the best for every country, I just didn't enjoy the parts where they had to destroy things at the parliament, because it will also cost the country a lot to fix. But that aside, something happened. If you remember, in 2020, as a Nigerian, that year is a year that we can never forget. In 2020 October, something happened in Nigeria, and every year we keep remembering what had happened, and it was the NSAS protest where a lot of youths lost their life. People who came out unarmed to protest on the street of Nigeria, saying enough is enough for police brutality and all the rest. But nobody gave them a listening ear. One of the things that Kenyans have done that really shocked me was the fact that, their government also has accepted the fact that there was a protest and the fact that something needed to be done. And just that period, President Ruto came out and said, he was not going to sign the finance bill into law. And he just felt that maybe everywhere was going to be calm. Just a few days ago, I found out that these people have not given up. Now they are still on the streets saying that enough is enough. They were not going to accept it, since even though he has said there was not going to be, the finance bill was not going to stay, he was not going to sign it into law, but they want him to resign. Well, that's their decision. But one thing that we must all take note of is the fact that he did not sign that law. He did not sign that thing into law just because the people came out in mass to protest against it. Now, if you remember in 2020 in Nigeria, when the NSAS protesting happened, till today, nobody has accepted the fact that some people lost their lives. They went to court several times. Some people were even more humiliated. Some people were arrested. Some people who nobody knows, except for the celebrities who were arrested at that time, that was released at some point. Some people that nobody knows are still in the prison. A lot of things happened until now. People have not, it has not been accepted that people died during the NSAS protest, and no change was made, but President Ruto was able to make a change in Kenya. So we just need to learn a lot from them. Every time I make Kenyan videos, I get a lot of bad comments from my own people saying that I'm supporting other countries, I'm promoting Kenya, I'm promoting this country, promoting the other country, and I don't care about my own people. This really touches me somehow. This is really painful because the backlash sometimes can really be terrible. But can you just watch what has happened over the last week? these people came out and protested. Did people die? Yes. Did the government accept the fact that people died? Yes. They accepted. Even though that sometimes when media says 20 people died, check it very well. It might be either less or it might be greater. Okay, the numbers are not always accurate, but these people came out and protested. The government listened to them and they said, okay, we're going to cancel this. We were going to reject it totally. We're not going to sign this into law. Okay, but in Nigeria, this has never happened. Well, I just hope we all learn, and I pray that as Africans, that God will bless us with good leadership someday. Bless us with the right people, to lead our nation, to lead our continent to the right place that is meant to be, because a whole lot is just happening. A whole lot has happened and nothing has really changed. Leadership has always been the problem that we face in Africa, and we vote these people. Some of them come out to promise us heaven and earth, promise a lot of things, promise good job, good road, electricity. In my own country, is majorly electricity, security, good roads. But at the end of the day, you find out that these people are just there to enrich themselves and not take action the way they're supposed to take. Now, in Kenya, the bill, that some of the things that was added on, the taxes that were added on, was added on some just very simple things that people really need for their basic life, for their basic living, like pad, like bread, cooking oil. It was just so much for the people. People are complaining of economic hardship everywhere. So why increase a bill? Why increase their taxes? Why increase their taxes? I also heard that some content creation was also, there was a tax on content creation. If you know Kenya very well, you know that most of these people live, by creating content on the street. I've walked on the street of Nairobi and I saw a lot of people creating content on the road. This is their own way of helping themselves to make money, because there are no jobs. Jobs is always hard. In fact, it's always hard to find job in Africa. And this is why most of our youth end up traveling to Europe, America, to Asia, just in search of job. And I hope that one day God will bless us with good leadership in Africa. As a person, as a citizen of Africa, as an African citizen who is so proud to be African, who is so proud to be a black and dark color, I am so proud of my skin, and I pray that someday we will get the right leadership that we all dream of, the continent that everybody will look up to. I read somewhere where somebody was saying that by 2050, a lot of youth, like 50% of youth in the world will be resident in Africa. And I hope by then, before then, in our own generation, we'll be able to see improvement in African continent, especially in our leadership. I hope so, that the people that will vote into office will do the right thing that they said they were going to do to us or for us. And God bless Africa. Please, everyone, if you have anything to say, let me know in the comment section. Drop it in the comment section. I'll be so glad to read from you and, of course, respond. And please also, if you've not liked this video, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. See you guys.